Deus, Pater, speaks to those hanging with the Mormons, LDS, Latter-day Saints, proud of that title. Yes, this is one of my mean fire and brimstone parables. Our fun fix. I am Melton, son of Carpenter Mary, Dad Carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. I am the son of Carpenter Mary, I get to tell parables. This is a mean one, I'm warning you. It's my sugar check in the morning. So girls, hit mute and enjoy the imagery. The handsome bald guy as well. We are under a desert. Deep under a desert. And they got a lot of folks hanging in bed sheets. Oh, hanging by their egos. Fountain of youth coursing through their veins. And that's what Deus, Pater. Oh, my Latin's a little rusty. Pater, Pater. He's speaking with a thick Italian-American accent, and he says to the camera, he's speaking both to the Mormons and their Muslim brothers. He says, we don't like you casing our neighborhoods. We don't like you preying on our elderly neighbors, interrupting our dinners and any business we might be doing at home. And we sure the hell, excuse my language, I'm trying to keep it very low-key, nice. We sure don't like you and your Muslim brothers attacking us from the outside with 9/11 with all of those cowardly Husseins, and then attacking us from the inside with that cowardly Hussein you placed in our White House. Okay, so if you can't reach me, 424-229-4140 right now to tell me what you believe, to ask what I mean by Jesus' Immaculate House. Oh, that's my California Lifeline, folks. I don't have it on all the time. I get it because I'm poor and my livelihood is gates. I'm not making money at graphic card. I'm not making money at building Jesus' Immaculate House. Make that video. Whatever you get, we don't get me. 424-229-4140. I'm John Melton Bray. That's the full name. Very serious stuff here. Not the mean fire and brimstone parable. Ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? I've got my answer. I've been asking for over a decade for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. Oh, that's a genetic wound. I call it my stigmata wounds. I can call it that. I'm some Carpenter. I've been asking for over a decade for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. I have yet to get one. And that's a lot of certified mail, non-certified mail, just plain mail. FedEx, UPS, any private carrier, that none of it about the 93 checks getting to me. It's managed censorship. Oh, it's organized crime that puts organized crime to shame. It's easily documented. 424-229-4140, whatever boring thing you get when you try to call me. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Get to leave a message, I don't get it, you don't show up. I'm a caller ID, my call log, my call record. How does that affect our democracy? How does that, with the Mormons taking full part with their Rich Romney got taken part in that first sham election. They placed a cowardly Hussein in our White House. How did that happen? Well, if you were calling up a decade ago to say, whatever you do, don't let them do it. They're trying to pull a fast one. They're trying to put a cowardly Hussein, with all the choices they had to place in the highest office in the world. They were doing that right after 9/11, when we got attacked by all those cowardly Husseins. It was part of it. It's the attack from the outside and then the attack from the inside. Whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me, next time you're working for that political campaign, or you want a cause, want a certain proposition passed, and you're calling up and you get that phone ringing, that error message, that busy signal, what a lot of folks might have gotten, calling up to say, don't let them pull a fast one, place a cowardly Hussein in our White House. You get that, and you don't know if they're there, they're not there. And yes, guys, for those of you not into politics or religion, and it was religious censorship, 9/11, and placing a cowardly Hussein in our White House. Those of you who aren't into that, you're into your lifeline working. Should those conducting religious, business, political censorship stop your lifeline? Today, as you're doing whatever, wherever you are, it's going to be just as newsworthy, I think you can guess, as me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade and not being immediate news. Make a video of that. Which people must be the reporters? Check in, post in 5. And oh yeah, I've been asking for a decade, and they're worried about it. It's easily documented. You make the timestamp on your phone, the number dialed, you got it on video, turn around, let the guy you were making a video of his phone, her phone, let them make that video of your phone not working. And yeah, I've had problems with LA Fire Department getting me to adequate health care, dignity health care, after being poisoned with insulin intentionally. Better part of this year, I've been injecting Tresiba insulin. And yeah, I think I figured out why this thing here can say 500 plus or 94. And I feel the same. I've talked to other folks who have, high blood sugar, and the physical therapist who was here, she said she feels kind of woozy, like she's drunk or something, when her sugar gets up into the 200, 300, 300 probably. There's a reason for that. It's an electronic device. It's your phone. Pick up your phone right now. Try to call me, 424-229-4140, whatever boring thing you get. Not going to be boring when you need firemen, police, paramedics. Make a video of it. Post, we the people must be the reporter. Trump and Hussein. Oh, I don't agree with the Russian guy in our White House right now. He's a buffoon. He's comic relief. After placing a Hussein at our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. Let me do my sugar check and get this out of the way, because I don't want it to get too long. Don't want to bore you. But anyway, in this mean fire and brimstone parable from the son of Carpenter Mary. Yes, Dad, that carpenter worked on skyscrapers, Mom Marianne. In this mean fire and brimstone parable, they got a whole bunch of folks hanging by their egos, as Deus Pater explains. A whole bunch of folks hanging by those egos. I probably shouldn't be doing saint imagery, but I'm talking about mean stuff, so let me switch on to something else. Oh, here's two more. Anyway, the Deus Pater, I gotta find out, these are all saints, is walking in front of these folks. Maybe his identity is disguised, maybe not, who knows. But he explains that she is skewed towards the saints because the insulin poison hit. After injecting all year long, it hit about the 20th, like a ton of bricks. I got that taste that went along with the smell of Tresiba insulin. Got that It's still going on, and I'm still weak. I'm eating my way through it. It's helping. But back to my parable. All those folks are hanging in their bed sheets. They got little clothespins, to lift it up so you can see their faces, their bearded faces. And after saying that about the Mormons, he says that about their Muslim brothers. We don't like you attacking us with 9/11. Once again, that thick Italian American accent. We don't like you attacking us from the inside with those rock chuckers from Utah, the Mormons, the Latter-day Sinners, LDS, proud of that title. Oh, don't worry, all of those folks hanging by their egos of steel, if they were here legitimately, or even if they weren't, they got funny replacements running around in their shoes, running around on their camels. It's our fun street fiction. We don't like that, and if you come to hang with your Muslim, with your Mormon, rock chucker brothers, you're gonna hang, points back behind him, with your Mormon rock chucker brothers. Oh, this is under the desert. Plenty of space to stretch out. And once again, don't worry. They got plenty of replacements to knock on doors and interrupt dinners and write casing notes down for your neighbor. So, Deus, THRU, finishes up that mean fictional parable. He's got some other business to attend to. Hope I got everything I got in a minute. It was very good. And in the description, I said to the nice Italian Americans who might be out there, if you know any place in Italy, tear down the Great Wall of Evil has just me. And lately it's been those rock chuckers and their Muslim brothers exclusively. It has been a whole lot of folks in the Great Wall of Evil around me, but they are reduced to that, and it's a sign of things to come that I've done 2 interviews by phone in the past month. One just before the insulin poisoning hit. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but one just a few last Monday, a day ago, and I brought up the Flight 93 checks and the whoever he was. There was somebody else. He said he thought it's a disgrace placing that cowardly Hussein in the White House. Right up, we got to take a whole lot of cowardly Hussein. Make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me. That's the real world. Doesn't matter what I say on this side of the video, guys. It's to get you to pick up your phone and make a video. 424-229-4140. You got the timestamp on your phone. You got the number dialed. Those hijacking your calls to me in such an open way. How organized crime makes Al Capone and Richard Nixon look like little kids. Those hijacking calls to me, they're worried enough about the alter phone records covered up. So I have video proof of Trump and Hussein's phone game. 424-229-4140. That reminds me, I gotta get started on that. I got enough Skyline for next month. I'd use some Saints as well, so I can do that for this month. I do last month, which is didn't do much designing up to the 20th. But I put the month's imagery in the template that says whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me. Phone ringing, error misses busy signal. Not gonna be boring if you need to fire and police, paramedics. Money out of your pocket every day. So make a video of it. and a 911 Flight 93 ticket, you trying to call me. Tell me my phone works all the time. Well, good. I didn't bring up the Flight 93 checks in the first interview because they were, it's on my youtube.com/DNFD series. Look for the playlist and the videos. Because he was talking about the imagery and imagery design. 358. Oh, it can say 1058. You're not getting me back on insulin. I see this. For what it is. But, oh, where was I? I distracted myself. There's a handsome bald guy in the reverse camera there. Reverse screen. Let me show you that. Medical research being passed by that Dignity Health was an active part in, aside from ignoring insulin poisoning, that Misa down the street was an active part in, and yeah, a Sony top from my days on Skid Row. I called to interrupt me making a video. Oh, I have to excuse it. It's a little shaky every once in a while because of the insulin poisoning. Called to interrupt me making a video of a nice slideshow to tell me that my sugar was up. And do I feel any different? No. Electronic device. They use an electronic device to get the blood sugar. You know, with those tests. They're not getting me back on insulin, and oh yeah, let me put that part in. I can keep it under 20. I don't see many Italian Americans or Italian. It's a reference to the streets. I said I literally need walls of people around me. Tear down a great wall of people around me that has just me and all my imagery and videos, and let's get started building a better world. When you see someone besides me in that imagery. Oh, that brown part center used to be all white a couple months ago, and before that. It's been like that for a while. It's an ongoing change. Folks just don't grow into paradise. It's medical research being passed by that. Dignity Health was an active taunting part. Oh, as well as LA Fire Department not getting me to adequate medical treatment. It doesn't matter, you can say, well, you've got high blood sugar, we're doing this, we're doing that. You cut through it all with that. 93 check, you're trying to call me, you got the timestamp on the phone, you got the number dialed. If they work in California in any kind of official positions or medical positions, and they don't know what a 911 Flight 93 check is, they're either involved with that hijacking of America's lifelines, or they're incompetent as hell. They got their head in the sand. I'll use the nicer word. But heed that warning from Deus Pater. All of you dangerous folks, and he goes on to explain that a lot of these things, whatever the Mormons are doing in our neighborhoods across America, you call the cops, you call this, you call that, and they will say, oh, we can't do anything about that, they're Mormons. And that brings a smile to Deus Pater's face. Yes, for those of you who don't have Latin, didn't take Latin, Pater, Pater, Dad, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, Deus is God. In Latin. He says that they can't do anything about it. We can. Other concerned Americans with the military pit bull project can as well. And we will. We can't have you having dangerous Muslims on. I've been always told by a Mormon themselves, they have a whole lot of them on their Utah campus as shared values, active parts in religious censorship and lifeline censorship, being part of those shared values. Check and post and pod. And a Deus Pater and other Italian Americans, yes, if you got a nice place, come see me in person. Let me put you right there where my Halloween image or any of that imagery there is today. And for those of you who are actually you're religious, something like that going on in Italy, I know. These saints, I did the 22nd, yesterday I believe, was Father John Paul, Saint Pope, Father John Paul. And I did the second. I did a image of him with the date, and all I had to work with was a nice cloud back behind, a hard cloud back behind LA skyscrapers. And some of you folks out there would find that amusing. I can't work with St. Peter's Basilica or any good church. A lot of these saints I do have churches. I can't work with those photos. You can't come to me to give them to me to work with or show them to me, or by all means, you're a good photographer, take a photo, send it to me. I'll design some graphic art for you. You got to do that often in person, because if you try to call to do an interview and you get that boring thing, phone ringing every minute, busy signal. Yeah, you got to come see me in person, but the tide is turning. That's why those 2 interviews are there. The first 2 interviews by phone, or not the best. I'm not a good interviewer, but yet first 2 interviews in person or on phone or anyway. In my short 51 years. Come see me in person. Have Whitwood Travel. Show me the perfect place to build Jesus' Immaculate House. Print some photos of some nice saints' churches. I'll design the imagery of that, and that's that religious censorship. It's religious guys attacking America from the outside. That was their intent. Then attacking us from the inside with that guy can't own up to being Muslim with that Muslim name, and reaches out to those Muslims first thing else. Backs away from being Muslim after that. Check and post, if I point out something every American can document. Your hijack call to me, you don't know when else that phone won't be allowed to work. Come see me in person. Have Whitwood Travis. Show me the perfect place to build Jesus' Immaculate House. The 1,000 points are like to be built once you tear down the Great Wall of Evil around me. Yes, the Great Wall of Chinese evil. I think we all know that. Some of us can speak frankly. Come see me. You can call it Opportunity House. You're not too much into religion, that's okay. It's opportunity for a whole lot of folks all over the world to build a better world. Inspire the future and the present, the greatness of what you put in those homes. But I have to tell you, it's Jesus' Immaculate House, because there will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, it's fail, it's purgatory. Oh, you definitely don't want the fail part.